Sometimes you just have to show up, even if your body is telling you no, that you don't want to do it. So, for example, I didn't have a lot of sleep today, and like last night, and I don't want to get up, but I knew I had to show up. I had to show up for myself because I get to do what I love every single day of my life. And how amazing is that? This is not an opportunity that a lot of people have to be able to really connect with people, to be able to create my schedule the way I want, to really do the things that I love. So I have to just show up, even though my body doesn't feel like it. And I know this is what I want to do, and I'm going to feel so much better. So, same thing for you guys, too. What are the things that you really want to do? And you just need to show up for it. It's amazing for me to see that a lot of people show up for their jobs that they hate. They're obligated to go to certain things and they just show up there. But it's so difficult to show up for yourself when you deserve so much more than that. If you say that you love something and you really truly feel it in your heart and you don't show up for it because of inconvenience or because you're tired or whatever it is, you're saying that you value your comfort over your dreams. That sucks. And this is something that you want to do. So many people wake up and drive to a job that they hate, to work for people that they hate because they feel obligated, but yet they don't show up for themselves. And that's what I was thinking about this morning when I woke up around, my alarm went off around 5 a.m. And I was so tired. I was like, I'm just going to go back to bed. It took me a while to get up. And I thought to myself, like, this is ridiculous. I get to do what I love every single day of my life. And I need to show up. That's what I need to do. Going back to bed is not an option for me because I'm saying to the world and saying that to myself that I value my comfort over doing something I love, over making an impact in your lives, over contributing to you guys. And I know I feel the best when I'm able to contribute to you guys. So why would I go back to bed? And it seems like such a simple thing, but a lot of people do it. And, just because I'm in the personal development world does not mean that I don't struggle with the same things as you guys do, because I just did this morning. So that's what I wanted to add today for you. If there's something that you really want to do, and sure, maybe you're not in the same situation as me, that you're able to commit your entire day and an entire life and all your waking hours to doing the thing that you really love. It took me a while to get where I am, and I feel very fortunate about it. And at the same time, I took small steps towards it. There are a lot of things that I did in on evenings and weekends, and I had to show up for those things. I had to commit to it to get to where I'm at today. So maybe that's where you guys are at right now. Maybe you're not in the position, in same position as me. Maybe you are too. I don't know what your situation is like. But if you're not there, don't look at me and say, well, it's easy for you to say because you have dedicated your entire days and hours into doing the thing that you love. You still have time. You still have time outside of your obligations to really grow yourself. Maybe just for 15 minutes. That's it. Maybe every single day you commit 15 minutes towards growing yourself, towards doing something you love. And you need to show up for that 15 minutes because you show up for everybody else. You show up for your obligations. Now it's time for you to show up for yourself. At this point, I'm going to go over to chat to see what you guys have got. Say hello to all of you. We got we got Tommy T in the house. We got Clifford. And what's going on here? I want to read a couple of things that's been going on. So Tommy T's like, I find that my habits at work slacking carries over to my side hustle. Yeah. I'm starting to pick up and to work more, and I feel like I'm getting more done for myself. Yeah, you know what? It's kind of an interesting situation that happens. Um, a lot of people who have a side hustle going, like you, they have a full time job and they still want to do something when they come home. But if your work life sucks, you carry that to your side hustle as well as what Tommy T is talking about. The key to that is number one, have the mindset and knowing that you're not going to be at your full time work forever. This is not the rest of your life. This is something that you are doing in this present moment. And of course, once you make the decision that you are going to leave your full time work, start to plan things around it. And that's what I did when I was in the corporate world. The last couple of years, I knew I was leaving the corporate world, so I didn't really take anything too personally. Whereas before I used to take everything extremely personally. And the last 2 years, I had an amazing time at my full time work because I knew that that was a place for me to learn and grow. So I got involved in e-commerce. I got involved in different kinds of things, but I purposely chose a job that I was overqualified to do, so I didn't stress out too much. And because I wasn't too stressed out at work, I was able to open up a space for me to do the things I really loved. So I was part of the happiness committee and I brought in mindfulness. I brought in healthy eating. I brought in different exercises and I really connected with people in that way. And it made me really happy to be there. And I also felt like I was growing because I was actually sharing the things I was learning with the people around me. In the cubicle that I worked at, I would try to make everyone's day better. I would find ways to contribute to their day, to cheer them up. And when I left, I had a huge card full of like beautiful notes from people and saying that how much they enjoyed working with me and how I was one of the nicest people to work with. And that's the thing because my spirits were up and I knew that I was going to be there forever. And I just shift my mindset around it because when you're at your full-time work and you know you're not going to be there forever, one of two things could happen. The first thing that could happen is that you become very resentful. You're like, well, I'm not going to be here anyway, so why should I fucking care? Or you could take the mindset, well, you know what, I'm here right now and I'm going to make the most of it. I'm going to learn, I'm going to grow, and maybe I'm going to share certain things that I have learned and share it with the people around me. And you know what? When you're growing and when you're learning and you're coming from that place of happiness and joy and you're sharing that with people, people around you naturally will start to change too. You'll see that they will shift. Yeah, sure. Certain people just are stubborn and they will never do that. But most people will start to feel your energy and they will start to change as well. So hopefully that helps you too. And I think Tommy T, you're doing a lot of that work right now anyway. So Clifford Starks has a question. Yeah, how's the move? Yeah, it was really good. We're settled now. We are in the third week in being in Thailand. I think this is today. Tonight will be our third week. The first week was a little bit rough. Not knowing the language is challenging in being in this part of the world. So that's something to consider if you're planning on moving to other parts of the world. But here's the thing: I could give you all of these different tips and tricks. The reality is that you just don't know. So I learned a lot of things around it. Yeah, I mean the internet connection wasn't great, but those are all minor things that could have been fixed, and all of those things have been fixed now. So I'm able to be a lot more comfortable. So it did go really well. And Tommy T saying yes, it does. Thank you. Awesome, awesome guys. If you guys have any questions or comments, please write in the chat. Also, if you want to write in the comments after this video goes live, let me know as well. If there's certain things that you want me to talk about, let me know. I think I have done that, and yeah, I've been inspired to share this idea with you guys. Is just show up. Just show up for yourself. We have a tendency of showing up for other people, but not for ourselves. And you deserve it. You deserve to show up for yourself. You deserve to have everything that you love. And yes, it's going to be a lot of work. And yes, it's going to take, sometimes take some pushing and coaching yourself through it, which is what I had to do this morning. But it's worth it because it's for you. And the happier you are and the more fulfilled you are, the more you could bring that to the rest of the people around you. And you're going to see everybody around you just shift and be happier too because you are happier. All right, guys, thank you so much. And I'm going to keep this time slot for every single day. It's either on Instagram or on YouTube. So I'll see you guys very soon. Bye.